All right. Hey, YouTube, I'm Lucky, and it's time for the first big news story of the Witch Queen. This one comes from Bungie Help's official Twitter account. This is a long Christmas list of bugs and currently known issues that are known for the Witch Queen. And a quick little spoiler warning, they do throw some of the names of things that are coming out. So if you don't want those to be spoiled, I guess you could click off the video. But honestly, I read through all of this already. It's not spoiling anything big or serious for the Witch Queen. So you might be interested in knowing what is already bugged in the Witch Queen before we actually even get to load into the game. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this here and we'll browse through it together. First up, we have Bungie Help tweeting, before the Witch Queen and Season of the Risen launches on February 22nd, we want players to be aware of certain issues and information before logging in the first time. The following information may include minor spoilers for item and activity names. A threat, 1 out of 8. Again, they give a little mini spoiler warning. Here we go. Season passes will be applied to the first set of characters that sign in. If you plan to cross-save but will use other characters later, it's recommended to set up cross-save before logging in. For more information, visit bungie.net/cross-save. So keep that in mind. It's your first set of characters that you log into, so I would recommend logging in on your preferred platform of choice, so that way you don't get in any cross-save character saving issues there. Top issues being investigated. The recommended power level for the PsyOps Battlegrounds playlist, which we don't know anything about this yet. The PsyOps Battlegrounds playlist, probably some sort of strike playlist. Does not display on activity launch. The recommended power for this playlist is 1500, so it's probably a higher difficulty level of doing maybe a strike rotation playlist, or maybe it's its own activity. Who knows? We'll see when we get into the game. But that is going to be a 1500 level activity. So obviously you're loading in at 1350 when the game first launches. So you're going to have to level up quite a bit. And when you do complete the legendary campaign, you're given 1520 armor and weapons, so you'll be able to jump right into that immediately afterwards. Top issues continued. The Overload, Auto Rifle, and SMG artifact mods do not successfully disrupt the health regeneration of Overload champions after a stun. So keep that in mind. That is a really big problem, a really big issue. A lot of people are going to be really confused by this. If there are any Overload champions at all, the SMGs and the auto rifles are already bugged. They talked about this previously, how they were going to be buffing these things, and it's quite hilarious that they're literally bugged right now and they're not even going to work at all. That's going to be a big issue, one that everyone should really know and pay attention to, especially when you're doing any activities with champions. You're going to need to use something else in order to be able to stun those overloads. Moving on to the next one, we have top issues continued. Opening the character screen for Xbox consoles with a full inventory may result in a large frame rate drop. Keep that in mind if you're on Xbox. The Grave Robber perk on the Enigma Glaive is currently disabled and cannot be activated. This perk will be re-enabled in an upcoming hotfix. Interesting. So the Grave Robber perk disabled on the Enigma Glaive. Keep that in mind. Top issues. Glaive melee kills do not count toward kill tracker progress and certain melee triggered perks, which is really interesting. We didn't even know that this was going to happen in the first place, but apparently using your Glaive will literally proc melee triggered perks. So there's going to be some serious synergy between melee oriented builds and glaives, so keep that in mind. And currently right now it doesn't work, but in the future when they do fix that, there will be some amazing builds that you'll be able to create for PvE and PvP where you'll be able to utilize some of this. Moving on to the next one, we have certain ghost tracking mods do not display destination material or chest locations when in the throne world. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Won't be able to track stuff in the throne world with those ghost tracking mods. Top issues. Enemies with the volatile debuff may not count for bounty progress when defeated using area of effect damage. Good to know. Volatile debuff, a little bit buggy there. Certain player buffs and debuffs may be missing associated icons. Interesting. We will be monitoring reports on our help forum at bungie.net, and we'll be updating our top issue article as issues arise, help forum and the top issues. So keep that in mind. There's more to come. Of course, there's going to be bugs. Of course, there's going to be issues. It's definitely a bit like it's good transparency for Bungie Help to just be upfront about this. Like, hey, we're launching the Witch Queen and we already have a good amount of bugs that we know about already that we weren't able to fix in time. Obviously, it's probably better for the game to go live and get to play the Witch Queen after we've been delayed for such a long period of time than it is to delay it another week, another 2 weeks, or whatever it may be. That wouldn't be helpful, I think. I think it's good to go live the way they're doing things. It is frustrating, but keep in mind that with a video game like Destiny 2, there are so many moving parts, all these different weapons, all these different archetypes, all these different affinities, subclasses, changes, you name it, all moving together in PvP, PvE, Gambit, raids, etc., that there's going to be bugs and there's going to be issues. And I'm going to be covering all of the news of every single bug and issue and everything that's going on. So if you want to stay up to date on all things, make sure you're subscribed here with notifications on. It's time. The Witch Queen's here. Smash the like button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Later.